everyone. So, are you wondering what fragrances will get me a girlfriend this year? What fragrance will get me a boyfriend this year? Well, I've got no fragrances for you because a fragrance is not going to get you a girlfriend or a boyfriend. So, there I said it. Of course, now you know why I'm doing this video. If you are a member of the fragrance community, then Chaos Fragrances did a video, top, I think it was 20 fragrances to get yourself a girlfriend in 2020. And it's been a little bit divisive. So well done, Chaos Fragrances, because that's definitely got people talking about you, and it's definitely been a subject amongst Fragcom in the Facebook groups, etc. So I think that's what it's aimed for. So no hate from me whatsoever. I get I get the purpose of the video. It's definitely going to get you some views, but let's all be real now. Hopefully you're not really here thinking that this is going to be a list video about what fragrances are going to get you a girlfriend. If you are, then I'm sorry to break it to you, but no fragrance is on its own is going to get you a girlfriend. It is about the whole package, and that's not just looks, but it's also about personality, morals, the way you treat people, charisma, all of that stuff. So if you are here thinking that I'm going to suggest a fragrance for you, it's going to help you find a partner, then my advice would just be to go away and look at yourself as a package. Imagine yourself, how would you sell yourself to someone? And if you can't find some great things to say about yourself, your personality, your looks, your skills, where you are in life, then work on those things that you think might be lacking. And fragrance would be the icing on the cake. Smelling good is definitely the icing on the cake. But choose fragrances you love, not fragrances you think someone else will love, because just because I love something doesn't mean that someone else will love something. My female friends, we all have different tastes in fragrance. So you cannot possibly pick one fragrance that most women are going to love. The most important thing, if we're talking about fragrance, the most important thing is hygiene. Shower every day, at least once. Don't have stinky shoes. Don't let farts out in public. Don't have stinky breath. If you drink a lot of tea and coffee, then also drink lots of water and clean your teeth a couple of times a day. That kind of stuff. It's all about the package. Not that package, cheeky. What am I going to actually talk to you about in this video now that I've got you here with my cheeky clickbait title? Good question. I'm just going to give you some of my favourite men's fragrances just because you're here now, so it's only fair. Sorry about the rain on my roof, by the way. It's a plastic roof out in the conservatory here, so there's rain today. It's completely uninvited, but just have to deal with it. So my favourite fragrances on men. I will start with a classic, which is Fahrenheit by Dior. Fahrenheit has a violet leaf accord which can come off a little bit like petroleum. So Fahrenheit is a very rugged fragrance, and it definitely suits a more masculine, rugged type man, maybe someone who works outdoors or fixes cars. That's probably just because of the petroleum vibe, but it feels like quite a rugged, outdoorsy type fragrance. But if you wanted to smooth it out a little bit, then the Parfum version is also really, really nice. I really like that. And that has some vanilla, and it's much smoother. It's a much more smoother, richer composition. So that would suit perhaps more of an indoor worker type man. Someone who wants to maybe have a more smoother and well-groomed image, I guess. So they're two fragrances I love on men. So another fragrance I really like on a man is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. It's a beautiful, nutty, sweet fragrance, and I think it is beautiful and a little bit different, so you'll stand apart from everyone else. Another great one for men to wear is Alien Eau de Parfum. So Alien, the one that's marketed towards women, the Eau de Parfum, is fantastic on a man if you've got the balls to rock it. It is strong, it's very loud, it's got sambac jasmine in it, and it's very bold, so you have to definitely have the personality to rock that one. If you would rather be a little more understated, then you can't go wrong with Creed Spice and Wood. It's very expensive, so only if it's in your budget, but Spice and Wood is a beautiful, there's apple in there, which gives it a little bit of sweetness and a crisp kind of freshness. The cinnamon is not too overly strong, so it's a bit spicy, it's very smooth, and the woods are very nice. There's some vetiver, I believe, in there, which just kind of gives it a little bit of a wood shavings effect. It's a very grown up yet understated and sophisticated fragrance, so I love that one. Perfect for a man in a sharp suit, perhaps having a meeting, or an entrepreneur, that kind of thing. Beautiful fragrance. What I really like in a fragrance for a man is something that isn't like what everyone else is wearing. So I would suggest seeking out the less obvious if you want to make an impression and look like you've got your own personality and your own opinions. Then the best thing to do is seek out the different stuff. So rather than wear Sauvage and risk smelling like someone's ex, someone's dad, someone's uncle, and about 10 of someone's work colleagues, instead you could go and smell the men's line of Bottega Veneta, and they are really nice quality fragrances. I'm not talking about the high-end ones, I'm talking about the designer line. The Bottega Veneta men's fragrances are all really nice. Illusione, which is the latest one, is gorgeous, has some citrusy elements, but it's a little bit different. You would stand aside from the pack wearing that one. Also their original line, there's a parfum version, and that's really nice as well. Another line to check out is Narciso Rodriguez, again, because not everyone's wearing those fragrances, so you will stand apart. However, it's a classy range of fragrances that smell really nice. So my advice for any man who is looking to put the icing on the cake with his fragrance, he's happy, confident in his own life and body, and wants to do that final touch. He's got his nice outfit on and he's fresh and clean, and he wants to put on a nice fragrance, then pick something that is not what everyone else is wearing. That doesn't mean you have to go niche, and it doesn't mean you have to go indie, it doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune, but just don't be too obvious. I think that is really key. And don't overspray unless you're going to an outdoor event. It's going to be super cold or really busy. You can totally overspray in those situations, but if you're just going on a cozy date or an evening down the local pub, then overspraying is going to give off a trying too hard vibe that not everyone will appreciate, especially if your fragrance isn't that appealing to some people. And there's always someone that's not going to enjoy a fragrance as much as there are people that will be really loving the fragrance. That's really my advice on that. So that was a bit of a different video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.